Look, a countdown on Kingdom Hearts! About time I did something on this series. After all, it's one of my all-time favorite series in gaming. Let's talk about one of the most important aspects in the series, the worlds. There are a lot of them. A lot of them stood out to me, but a lot of them also sucked. So why not tackle both in one video? The great worlds had to stick out to me, made me want to come back for even more, had a great part in the story, and their boss had to be good as well. But for the bad, well, they just had to be bad. Keep in mind that this is really the first countdown where I'm negative, for I really like being positive. But there's a first time for everything. And I was going to tackle negative countdowns on my channel regardless, so why not start now? Also, if there's a world I put on this list, it has to be all versions of it, so this should prove interesting. Alright, let's start with the positive. Dream Drop Distance had a lot of really good worlds like Symphony of Sorcery and County of Musketeers, but they couldn't make it due to their dumb bosses. But Prankster's Paradise was pretty dang sweet. Let's start with Riku's point of view. I liked Monstro from the original Kingdom Hearts, but this is even better with the flow motion. Bouncing off the different bouncy things, tons of new rooms to go to, and the creativity just goes up tremendously. Sora's version is by far my favorite though. He goes through a completely new terrain, a theme park. They've even got theme park stuff like roller coasters that let you use slow motion on it, towers, a hall of twists and turns, a freaking giant trampoline, and there's even a whole new area that lets you go underwater. It's absolutely insane how expansive this world is, and the boss isn't overly cheap like some other guy I know. With Riku, it's the regular fight with the Char Lobster, but with Sora you fight the Chilled Lobster, which is pretty much the same fight, but with some absolutely bad as hog moments involving Monstro. This world was one of the ones that stood out to me the most in Kingdom Hearts 3D. Halloween Town was one of the worlds that stuck out in Kingdom Hearts the most. At first it wasn't even gonna be on the list because the original game had extremely bad lighting that I couldn't see jack, but thanks to the 1.5 HD remix, that's no longer a problem. Halloween Town had some interesting Heartless to battle, and I always have a blast fighting alongside Jack Skellington. I mean, who doesn't want to fight alongside Jack Skellington? Like, for real. Also, the House of Oogie Boogie and even the boss fights were extremely enjoyable. Also, Sora's costume is beast. You can't say that doesn't look cool. You just can't. Then the version in Kingdom Hearts 2 gets even better. Even more areas to explore. You have a whole new world to explore, Christmas Town. New Heartless to fight and more creative boss battles that provide some challenge in Kingdom Hearts 2. Yeah, you heard that right. I also really like Sora's Christmas Town costume. It looked pretty cool as well. I still prefer the original, but hey, no harm, no foul. But you better be on Sora's good list, Heartless. Fighting in tournaments against different enemies, leveling up, and listening to music that really makes you feel like a hero, Olympus Coliseum is one of Kingdom Hearts' greatest worlds. There's no exploration whatsoever in this world, just battling. You fight in an arena and battle a number of Heartless in a row and survive. Each one usually ends with unique bosses to the games, and they are downright epic. Here's just a list of the outright incredible boss battles. Cerberus, Yuffie, Leon, Cloud, the Rock Titan, the Ice Titan, freaking Sephiroth! Yeah, that Battles Hog character from freaking Final Fantasy is in this game. One of the reasons I love Kingdom Hearts so dang much. So much awesomeness packed in one Coliseum, it puts your skills to the test, and it's just an overall fantastic world. It's one of the worlds I want in Kingdom Hearts 3 the most. You knew this was going to appear on the list at some point. Well, here it is. The world that never was top notch when it came to a final world in Kingdom Hearts 2. The stakes have been risen, the final members of Organization 13 are in the tower, and it's time to reunite with your friends once and for all and stop the organization from bringing out Kingdom Hearts. The city portion of this world is pretty enjoyable with mobs of Heartless attacking you, but it really picks up once you reach the tower. More Heartless and nobodies to battle, lots, and I mean lots of boss battles that are some of the best in the series, great moments involving reuniting with your special ones, and the epic final battle, all next to the amazing music. Then there's the version in Dream Drop Distance. The city portion becomes a lot more enjoyable with moving towers and incredible challenge. The castle becomes more enjoyable as well too. The music is also a bazillion times better, but the amount of bosses at the end with the insane difficulty is just downright cruel. but it still is a fantastic world that gives me a really nice challenge, always keeps me on my toes, and a great way to finish each game. Let's face it, we all saw this coming. My favorite Kingdom Hearts world is none other than Hollow Bastion. The world just has so much to offer. Let's start with the first game. A shocking twist that Riku's the real Keyblade Master, fighting alongside Beast, the fantastic music, the absolutely top-notch bosses with Maleficent and Riku, reuniting with Kairi at last, Sora's sacrifice, the reveal of Ansem, the fantastic music, working your way up the tower, the fantastic music, the great challenge, and the fantastic music! Then the awesomeness triples when we get to Kingdom Hearts 2. How about getting reunited with the Final Fantasy stars, fighting alongside Leon, fighting Demyx, the scene where Mickey turns bad as Hog, the 1000 Heartless battle, Xemnas being revealed, Goofy almost dying, fighting with all your Final Fantasy buddies like Yuffie, Cloud, and freaking Sephiroth? So much happens in Hollow Bastion that it can't be anything less than number 1. How can you not be into all the craziness that happens in this world? Out of all the worlds in the series, this is the one I always think of, and it couldn't be less than the top of my list. But now, it's time to go to another side. See what I did there? Because the song that's playing is called Another Side. Alright, let's just get on with it already. So the Hunchback of Notre Dame finally got a world in Kingdom Hearts, and it's in the new one, Kingdom Hearts 3D. This should be fun. Oh my gosh, this world is boring as crap. So not only is the design bad, the story is dull, the objectives are lame, but this world is boring. I was bored while playing everything. The characters were boring, the missions were boring, and I wasn't having fun at all while playing this. But easily, the worst part is the awful boss battle with Wargoyle. Words can't even describe how cheap, overpowered, out of nowhere, and just badly designed this boss battle is. I guess I just did. But don't you worry, I'll talk about this guy in a later countdown. Just you wait. But yeah, Cité de Cloches doesn't stand out at all and was the weakest part of Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance. Disappointing indeed. I'm just gonna get this out there. Recoded is my least favorite Kingdom Hearts game, and one of the worst games I've ever played. But this video isn't about the game itself. So which world's gonna represent it in the category of suck? Well, as you already know, Hollow Bastion is my favorite world in the series. But this game had to mock its name by adding a part 2. And what do? Go through all the worlds all over again just to debug a data Riku. All you do is beat blocks, clean the data, and move on. Barely any story and stuff that's useless. You could take this game out the entire series and it changed nothing. I get all this information about the game, but why should I care? You even fight Riku all over again. His boss was one of the only good parts of the game, but why do we have to do it again? Why? There's no point. Then you fight Maleficent, which is okay I guess, but nothing special. Then you go to a second best boss in the game, first being Roxas. But the biggest problem with this world is that there's no point to it. It's a waste of time, and once it's done, you forget all about it. Did any of you remember this world? I sure as heck didn't. I just remembered it when I was coming up with bad worlds. But yeah, none of us remembered this world, and it's better off that way. You know what I don't like in a video game series? Changes in gameplay. You all know what I'm talking about. When a game has a set gameplay style, but then they just change it for some reason. Sometimes it can be pretty cool, but other times it can be terrible. This is a thing in the Kingdom Hearts series with one of the most infamous games in the entire series, Kingdom Hearts Re-Chain of Memories. Wow, both Re-games are my least favorite in the entire series, starting to see a pattern here. But this game changed what was once the awesome fast-paced action of the original game into a weird card combat system. It's way too complicated even for a gamer like me. It's dumb, it's weird, and I can't get into it. It's actually one of the few video games I refuse to complete because of it. I normally finish my games, but I couldn't do it. Maybe another day. That being said, which world makes the list? All of them. That's right, every last one of them. Hey, Technically it's not cheating since they're all in Castle Oblivion, but I can't even stand a gameplay style like this. It's that bad. To be fair, the only reason this world isn't higher is because the story in the game is one of the best in the entire series, so consider yourself lucky. But alas, there is another version of Castle Oblivion. Yeah, they actually wanted to remind us of this terrible game. This version isn't recoded. Great! In this version, you go through all the worlds in new renditions, just doing different tasks. You can get different dialogue depending on how you do the world, even if you fail the missions. So what exactly is the point if I don't even need to win? Huh. Interesting. You know what? I don't even want to talk about this game anymore. It just can't get any worse than this. Enough already. And the tradition of worlds that change the gameplay style continues, but this is the worst of them all. You probably haven't agreed with a single thing I've said on this list, but hey, difference of opinion. We can discuss them in the comments, but trust me, when I say that everyone, and I mean everyone, agrees with me when I say that Atlantica sucks. This is probably the world that everyone thinks of when the worst Kingdom Hearts worlds are brought up. This world changes the controls so that they're like the flight controls, meaning there's no dodge rolling or blocking. Bad move, Square Enix. Those were some of the most important parts of Kingdom Hearts. But guess what? The story in the world wasn't interesting in the slightest, your new outfits are stupid as heck, but easily the worst part is the boss. This chaos you're looking at right now can only be described in one word. Cheap. But they had to rub salt in the wound because you come back to this world in Kingdom Hearts 2. And after experiencing this version, I want the old one back. Guess what you do in this world? Sing and dance in a rhythm game, and it's not even any good. The songs are from The Little Mermaid, and it's fine if you like them, but I really feel like it's a girl type of movie. If you're a guy and you like them, it's cool, but it's probably the only problem I have with Kingdom Hearts 2, and
in this way we'll dance and we'll play. Now it's very easy, come on and just take a chance and shake a hand.
Square Enix, why? So not only do you have to stop the lightning fast action in order to sing along with Sora, but you have to stop your progress in the world by collecting new spells and crap to move on. It's actually like they expect you to come back. The only reason I completed this is because I wanted to complete this game. But that's it. Oh, and the really, really great song in the overworld. That too. So, with that out of the way, it's finally time to finish this. What in the world could beat the madness that is Atlantica? Oh, gosh, no. You're really gonna make me do it? You're really gonna put me back through the despair and hatred this world first brought upon me when I played it? You're really gonna make me relive that? No. No. No! Oh my gosh, it burns! Oh. Yeah, I did it. My most hated Kingdom Hearts world is, without a doubt, Deep Jungle. From the moment I first played Kingdom Hearts and fell into that treehouse, I knew I was in for some crap. This world can be put to justice in 2 words. Long and boring. Seriously, this world drags on for way too long. You'll be fetching pointless items, going from one side of the world to another completely different area. You'll be facing the most boring enemies in the game, and you do a lot of different missions, running here and there and everywhere. Oh, that rhymed. I don't care! Every time I replay Kingdom Hearts, I feel this will last a freaking eternity because I'm doing anything other than having fun. Every time you think the world's finally coming to an end, it just adds some other pointless crap. And it's all so boring. Were you having fun rescuing all those gorillas? Did you like fighting those same tigers over and over again? And did you enjoy the bland as heck music? But guess what? It gets even worse. The boss here is absolutely sucktacular. You fight Clayton in a stealth sneak, and at this point in the game, you don't have any healing spells yet, and you're barely a force to be reckoned with. And you know what's even more insulting? After you beat this boss, you get Cure for the first time. Thanks, game! So the fact that you have to fight some annoying hunter who won't stop sniping you, and a giant invisible chameleon who only becomes visible after a certain amount of hits, who always does extremely hard to dodge magic attacks and has a crap ton of damage and does a crap ton of damage to you, It goes without saying that Deep Jungle is the worst world I've ever played in the Kingdom Hearts series. That not even boring, pointless, game-changing, musical worlds can match the utter length and dullness that was Deep Jungle. But hey, at least we never have to see this freaking world again, and to that, I say good riddance! And that does it for my top 5 favorite and hated Kingdom Hearts worlds. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more top 10s and 5s. Also, let me know if you like this sort of thing. I thought it was pretty cool and fun to dive in both the good and the bad. I normally like to stay positive, but this was really something I needed to get off my chest. But that'll have to do it for this time, so thanks for watching, I'll see you guys next time, and stay awesome!